Welcome back, everybody, to Candy Eggs is Cringe once again. Let's start it off with another ASMR friendly sip of the heckin' funny water. Now, it sounds like and looks like I am talking about alcohol, but this is actually cherry limeade bubble sparkling water, whatever it's called. Isn't that fantastic? So I'm back at again with the speed paints, trying to free up stuff from my computer because I have like a bajillion hours of footage at 30 frames per second of me drawing for multiple hours to make these. Since I never made them, I'm making them now. Everything is fine. This is the YouTube banner. The first one is my YouTube banner I made with a bunch of Corythosaurus in my little, I don't really know what to call it. I sometimes call it like clay look, sometimes marshmallow look, sometimes gumdrop looking dinosaurs from my comic, the working title Tantum's Construct that I'm working on. Isn't that fantastic? Yeah, I don't really have a script or anything for these. I just make up words and I say them, trying not to be quiet for too long. Corythosaurus is my favorite dinosaur. It didn't used to be it used to be Carcharodontosaurus because of fossil fighters, but Corythosaurus has grown on me a lot. I have a toy which is supposed to be a Hypacrosaurus, but it looks more like Corythosaurus. So as a kid, I was always like, "Yep, that's a Corythosaurus." Actually, I know better. And Corythosaurus is actually known from an extremely well preserved type specimen, which is really, really old. It is actually one of the first pieces of evidence that dinosaurs actually had scales because it is that incredibly old. And yet people are still very bad at drawing hadrosaurs, and it makes me so sad. Hadrosaurs are wonderful. When I was a kid, my art style, I made a video of my original version of Tantum's Construct, which wasn't called that because I was a dumb little idiot child, with robot voices voicing the characters. It was really cringe. It took a surprising amount of work, so I might not do it with the other comics, and also they get really cringe as I get older. Up until real adulthood, where now it's actually pretty buggers, if I do say so myself. When I was a kid, before that comic started, I actually used to play with clay, like, the regular kids' clay. I don't remember what it's called. It's not actually clay, it's like some sort of plastic machine spit. I used to make these little sauropod dinosaurs with a single piece of clay, and I used to make like a bunch of them. I got it down to a science how to make it really quickly, just like four little spheres of clay ripped off from the end. I had like the math down on where to cut the big cylinder, make the little legs, then roll up the body, and then squeeze out the tail and the head, and then I rolled over the edge of the head so that it made it look like it had a little donut face, like there was an eye crunched over. I guess like, those really big bagels where they don't even have a hole in it, so it's like, why isn't this not just a bun? Why do you still call it a bagel? It's like that. And I used to make tons of them and tons of them, and I used to pretend that it was like a herd of sauropods like going around doing something. Oh, the Corythosaurus migration already finished, I think. I can't really see because the editor I'm using is dying because the footage is compressed so much to make it go faster. But that's pretty much the first one. I wanted to recreate that, but with Corythosaurus now, since Corythosaurus is my favorite dinosaur. I like yellow and orange and yellow-green, and a lot of people really hate the color dark yellow, but it's one of my favorite colors. A lot of people say it's like barf green, but it's just yellow but dark. And this second one is a restoration in the same art style, in the same world of I believe it was the Prince Creek Formation, of which the Prince Creek Formation is the one with Pachyrhinosaurus paratorum, I think. A lot of people don't know this, but like the only one of the Pachyrhinosaurus species, because there's multiple Pachyrhinosaurus species that ever like legitimately saw snow was, I'm pretty sure it was Paratorum. I'm gonna sound dumb if I'm mixing up the species. There's only one of them that was northward enough to see snow, and that was the snow one. It's not the biggest one. You'll notice by their designs, it's not the one where the inside-most top horns point together. That's a different species. And it's not the one with the horn on its forehead. That is, I believe that one's Lacustae. And then Canadensis is the big one. So when people do paleo art of Pachyrhinosaurus, they normally take the size of Canadensis, the horn of Lacustae, and then the snow of Paratorum, which is a little bit frustrating because there are different species in the same genus in the same way that a zebra and a horse are two species in the same genus. Yeah, it also, despite what paleo art would lead you to believe, it was still very warm in the Cretaceous compared to now, and it would not have regularly snowed like it does in a lot of northern areas right now. If it did snow, it would be during the time where it is constantly night. So, all these beautiful paintings of dinosaurs running around in this beautiful tundra in the daytime is not really how that would work. Yeah, there's Pachyrhinosaurus, Edmontosaurus regalis. Edmontosaurus is another one of my favorite dinosaurs. The polar Nanuqsaurus, that's what it's called. And then, I forgot what the... Alaska Cephal is one of the... I forgot what the Dromaeosaur is called. But that's pretty much it. Okay. Well, that was fun. Bye, babes. Yeah, I love you, gay. Dinosaur marshmallow.